All right, we got half an hour till we're supposed to be at the top. We're almost to the spot where we start hiking, so I think we just got to get past probably a couple more of these trees you got to take out of the trail. All right, we're about to start. We just took the Ranger all the way up here. Had to clear so many of this parts of this trail, so it took way longer. Should have just been a straight shot, but ended up taking like half an hour to get up here and do this. So I don't know how long we have now. I thought it was another hour here, which would put me way behind schedule, but maybe I can get up here in less than half an hour. We'll see. This is where the trail, well, barely starts. It's my own trail. Old logging roads that we're on. Oh, it's always so much more brutal and steep than you remember, even though I was only here a few weeks ago. I can't find any of my red marks I've left in the past. Well, the first time I did that was, I don't know, six years ago maybe. And I thought I remarked them a little bit, but haven't seen a single one. Now, maybe I'm going a different way or what. Oh, there's one. Nope. This is the move. It's the first one I've seen. So this is the path. We're kind of on, I don't know, some of these look like old logging roads. Some of them are not. They're so overgrown, but we are behind schedule. There's another red one. All right, cool. I told people I'd be there around 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock now. I said between 10 and 10:30. So we've got 30 minutes to get there, I think, to make the window. See how it goes. All right, this is the first time I came up this way. We were here. Let's remark some of these just in case. Red, success. On the way back, we gotta follow this ridge. Follow this ridge. Instead, last time we went all the way over there and fell into a ravine. It's actually dangerous. But I can see some trees at the top. We are so close. All right, we made it to the top. We're on the ridge line walking. Place I usually go and set up. There's actually just ran into a couple who was walking as well. They scared me. Thought it were another bear. But they're going to Hansen Top. And I might double back there, but I'm gonna go check the fire tower out since I wasn't there last time. Maybe activate from there. We'll see. We'll see. I'm definitely late on the activation. CQ for Parks on the Air. This is KC1 RUA at Green Mountain in Effingham, New Hampshire. All right, 10 contacts down. I don't know what that was running away from me. 10 contacts down. We successfully activated the Green Mountain Summit. Also activated the Green Mountain State Forest Park. So we got a soda, we got a POTA. Never activated a POTA before. Last time I was up here, I struggled to get 4 contacts from the other side of the summit on the Hansen Top. This time we went to the fire tower. We got 10. The furthest person away was Killington, Vermont, just about. So I'd consider that a pretty successful activation. I'd say we find the Ranger and head home and call it a day. Very, very happy with the activation. This is the first time I ever activated or even went on the radio with people around me. I'm very happy that I brought headphones so that they probably wouldn't have cared. In fact, the fire warden was at the top of his fire tower and his radio was click-clacking away. But I don't know, I just felt like it was a bit rude to come out into the woods and let my radio go boom. So made sure to throw in a headphone and made it happen with respect. Very cool. Oh, it's a much easier trail. Little ridge action. Following the paint back to the Hansen Top area where we will cut into the woods and go hard left down the ridge so we do not get lost. We've also got the GPS. I can follow my way back if needed, but I marked it with new red tags. Should be not a problem at all to find the way back manually. Much easier hike this time, especially with the Ranger in action. Although it was a lot of work cutting down the trees to get the Ranger up here. Still, good little time. And this is how we know when to head down and go off trail. Okay, you can see if we zoom in, oh, there's bugs everywhere. You can't really see them. There's some red ties up there that I'm using to figure out my way back. I've also got the GPS, but don't really need that if I've got the red ties. This little hill we're on now, we really want to stay on the top of the ridge, but we don't want to go to the right of the ridge. If we go to the right, we get sucked and tricked into a ravine. We need to stay here and keep going left. Now, I'm a little surprised I haven't seen another red. Actually, do I see one down there? Yep, I do. I see a red down there. Right at the ridge line. We are on the right track. But I think we deserve to throw another red up just so the next time there's no confusion. This has got to be an old road. I mean, it's a lot of space. Here we are, finding our way back. Let's see if we can spot the next red one from here. Can we? That would be the idea. Be able to exactly figure out. Not quite. We'll find it though. You know, I think I just came across a property boundary between the private land, which I will be entering, which is I'm allowed to, and the edge of the Highwatch Preserve. I started to leave them a little longer so I could see them in the wind as I'm coming down. Here's one from probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago, maybe longer. It's tight because I was running out. Can barely even see it. Another marking. Here's an old marking. And here's the rock wall that may, a little chipmunk that may represent some sort of property mark. I don't know if it does today, but maybe it used to. And I think this is a good spot to leave another mark. Oh, I do see one I just left over there. This would be nice to know. So I'm gonna leave one real quick here. All right, I see 2 more actually. That's good. All right. It's probably just following this old road all the way down, but let's try to find another red. There we go, found another red, which is basically the path we were taking. There it is. There it is. Yep, there it is. Where's the next one? Ideally, you can see them from spot to spot. Yep, I see it. There it is. I see the Ranger. All right. Absolute success. Well, we're not there yet, but absolute success navigating back without GPS. There's the start of the trail, and here we are back. So we just got to take our time getting down here. We don't want to tip this thing. It's a very steep hill. Let's hope it starts. Have people starting on the way up. I'd have in mind to let it just idle the whole time. Anyway, made it back, and let's go down. All right, let's hope she starts. Don't want to lose my pack either. Some older trail spots over there. I think that's the Ossipee Road to my left, which is on Google Maps. These trails might actually also be on Google Maps to an extent. I think they end kind of just where we were. Keep an eye out. Big rocks. Right over them. All right, quick debrief on the successful activation and summiting of Green Mountain in New Hampshire, just under 2,000 feet, nothing too crazy. We got credit for our first Parks on the Air activation with 10 contacts, and we also got credit for our 4 contacts for SOTA, and we got 3 summit to summits in that. So a couple things. I was a little bit delayed. I took a 4x4 up about half of the normal hike, and I should have known that. I mean, I did know this because I've hiked the whole thing. About 30 minutes of trail maintenance. I had to cut multiple and move multiple trees that had fallen down across the trail. Probably about 30 minutes to do that. Next thing, I'm really glad that I brought headphones. This is the first time I've ever done radio in front of anybody. I didn't expect to see anyone up there. But actually, right as I came out of the woods onto one of the official trails, because I do a little bushwhack, came onto the official trail, I saw a husband and wife walking to the place that I normally go, the Hanson Top. Very friendly. We said hi, and I decided to go to the fire tower because since they were just there at Hanson Top, they were literally right around the corner from it. I would just go to the fire tower since I hadn't been there in quite a while. So I went over to the fire tower, and that's where I activated from. And there was a lot of people, families. There was people kind of constantly coming and going. There's really no more than like one group there at a time, but, and there was a warden up in the tower for the first time. So I'm really glad I brought a headphones so that I didn't bother anybody. I don't think anyone really would have been bothered, but, regardless, I don't want to interrupt. We're in nature. People probably don't want to hear technology going off. Other thing, I'm really glad that I reblazed my private little bushwhack, because these are the ones I had originally put on maybe 6 years ago. Actually, probably a bit longer than that. And they are just falling apart, and you can see what the sun has done to the older ones. So these were a little harder to find. They were a little sparse, but we were able to reblaze the bushwhack up and down, so it was well marked. We got 10 contacts for POTA. We got the 4 contacts for SOTA, although I'd already activated the mountain before this year. But it was cool. We got to Blue Ridge Mountains, which are in Vermont, which are just on the other side of Killington. I think that's quite a hike from Green Mountain, and Mount Kearsarge and Mount Tecumseh. So 3 summit to summits and a successful hike. Got back to the Ranger no problem because of the reblaze. And yeah, a great day doing radio.